Hello everyone, a very warm welcome back to all of you. We are going to discuss about moving averages in this video. What is an average? Suppose you want to calculate the average marks in the mathematics subject among a class of students. So what do? You add marks obtained by each of the individual students and divide the total sum by the number of students in the class. A moving average is also similar. When we are looking at a stock chart and we have the closing prices of last 20 days and we want to calculate, suppose, the 20 period moving average, we simply add the closing price of last 20 days and divide that by 20. Now, selecting the closing price is a general convention. Globally, most of the traders use most of the moving averages based on the closing prices. But if you want, you can use the high, the low, the close, or any other particular price you can select and have a moving average based on that. And for advanced trading, people use this kind of moving averages. So these are quite important aspects of knowing or plotting the moving average. Now, how they are plotted on the chart? A moving average is plotted on the price window of the chart. It is plotted along the price. Now let us look at in the investing.com website. Here we are open a Nifty daily chart. Now suppose we want a moving average to be plotted here. First we put moving average. This is a simple moving average that will be selected, and we select moving average, that is here. Here it is showing 9 period moving average as a default. We can go here and change the periodicity and see we can select open, high, low, close and many other kind of prices for calculating or for plotting the moving averages. Now let us remain in the default value only, and as we can see, the moving average or shorter term moving average normally follows the price. The periodicity for which we calculate the moving average varies from very small to quite big also. Generally in the market, 5, 8, 13, 20, 34, 50, 100 and 200 are most important moving averages for or important price periods for which moving average is calculated. But you can choose any particular value for calculating any moving average. A short-term moving average, as we can see here, the 9 period moving average is very sensitive to the price movement and it closely follows the price, but it follows the price, and that's why it is a lagging indicator. It doesn't indicate a price movement prior to that. Now here let us put another moving average here. This moving average is around, let me make it a 50-day moving average. 50 day is almost 2 months time period and it is a medium term. Let me change the color of the moving average also here. Let me make this color. Now as you can see, the longer term moving average is much less sensitive to the smaller price moves. They are normally having a steady up move. Now if we look at even a longer term moving average, like if we want to select 200-day moving average, let me select here and put the value at 200-day moving average. So here we are getting the 200-day moving average, and we can see that it is even smoother than the 50-day moving average. So a short-term moving average would fluctuate a lot according to shorter-term price gyrations, but a medium-term or a longer-term moving average doesn't gyrate that much on shorter-term price movements, and that's why they are very significant. Once price goes above or below them, or even breaks them or come close to them, they become significant entry or exit points for traders. Now Let us look at the moving averages that we told plotted in the chart. Here we have plotted the 5, 8, 13, 20, 34, 50 period, 100 period, 200 period moving averages. We will come back to this chart later, but for now let us focus on few aspects of the moving average that are useful in trading. The most important point is the slope. When we see that a price movement is very fast or very steep, then the moving average is also having a very steep price movement, and in that case the slope or the inclination, if it is very steep, then we can understand, if we are going along the trend, we can realize the profits in the upward or downward direction, in whichever direction the move may it be, we can realize the profits very fast. As we can see here, initially the moving average, the shorter term, was falling very steeply, and you can see how strong the down move was, and if we had sold in that move, we could have gained profit very fast. Similarly, in the beginning of 2018, the up move was quite steep, and we can see the slope was very steep. And the significance of a steep moving average is that once it is broken, the price goes below it in this case and the price goes above it in this case, the counter move is also very fast. Here you can see the way the counter move happened. So once a steep moving average is taken out in the opposite direction, the scope of making profit by trading the opposite direction is also quite high. Now here, when we are looking at this move, this is a very good up move, and as we can see that the medium term and longer term moving averages are trending in the upward direction. So if a moving average, medium term and longer term, is trending in the upward direction, we can understand from the slope that okay, we are already in an uptrend, and vice versa. If it is in a downtrend, we would understand that we are already in a downtrend. But in a situation where these moving averages are more or less flat or slanting just slightly, then we are in all likelihood in a choppy market where price is going nowhere on a longer term basis and the price is fluctuating up and low. Now, one important factor is that when price comes close to a longer term moving average, it is very significant. As we can see that in the Nifty chart here, this is the daily chart, that price came close to this 50-day moving average quite a number of times, but it didn't break and the price moved higher and higher and higher. And that is why we are saying that if the price is having a moving average, a medium term moving average in the upward slanting mode, and we can find that the price is coming close to that moving average and not breaking the moving average, then there is a possibility that the earlier move, that is the upward move, may resume. Similarly for the downward direction also, if we are in a downtrend, the medium term moving average is moving down, price close to the moving average, if it comes, then it is a very good shorting opportunity. So this is another way a medium term moving average can be used. Now, as we can see, the medium term moving averages normally hold in the market. Medium term moving average means 34 or 50-day moving averages. But once they are broken, then if we find there are 2-3 close below that moving average, then there is a possibility that the counter move or the move in the opposite direction can start now. Here you can see that the 50-day moving averages, where 50-day moving average was held in Nifty for quite some time. There were minor breaches, but eventually the price was moving higher than this. Now, once we could see that it was broken for certain number of days and the price was continuously closing below this 50-day moving average, then the down move started and the price went quite a bit in the downward direction. So that is why it is always important to look at the medium term moving average, and if the price is bouncing from that, then there are good entry points for long or short trades in the direction of the earlier trade, and if there is a break of a medium term moving average like 34-day or 50-day moving average, then there is a possibility of taking a reverse trade. Like in this case, the possibility of taking downward trades. In this case, as the moving average was held on the upside and it was broken and the price was closing above this moving average, there was a possibility of taking a trade in the longer direction.